book friends, welcome to my first ever mid-year wrap-up. I've never done this video before. I'm very excited to do it. I'm probably gonna have this out late, but I don't care. We're gonna do this anyway. I had a look at the questions. I have it on my iPad. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be so hard. Let's start with the first question, which is my best read of 2026. This is one of the hardest picks. I've read so many good books at the first. I can't believe that in the first half of this year, I've read so many 5-star reads. Like, it feels illegal. Like, you shouldn't be able to find that many good books in a year. It feels so wrong. I feel like I need to go to jail. But my best read of the year is 7 Days in June. This read, oh my god, when I tell you the way I think about these characters, see this image? This image is literally their relationship. Like, you know how they look like they're just sinking into each other? Like, that is the relationship in this book. This is my first ever read from Tia Williams, and I feel like I can actually say she's my favorite author now. I read like the first few pages of this book and I was like, she's my favorite author. I love everything about it. Even though the story is traumatic, like, there was parts where I was actually laughing. Like, the relationship between these characters, it's like when you put on warm fuzzy socks on cold feet. Like, it just fits. It just feels so good when they're together. I don't know how to, like, it just feels so right. Like, they didn't even need to tell me that it felt like they were taking a breath every time they were with each other. I felt like this is a 6-star read, and it felt wrong because I've had 2 6-star reads this year. This one I even love more than I love my second favorite, which I'm going to tell you anyway, even though you meant to pick one. And that was Magnolia Park. This was another 6-star read. The turmoil, the stress, the relationship decisions that pissed me off. Like, this book had me all over the place. These 2 characters pissed me off, but these 2 characters I was obsessed with. That's my best. I've yapped for too long already. Okay, next question is the best sequel you've read so far in 2026. This was another one that was really hard to choose. I tried to focus on actual sequels and not like interconnected series. The one that plays on my mind the most is Calpone, but the way Calpone wrapped up, it still sits in my head rent free. I can't believe the way the book's finished, and I can't believe I'm sitting on that information. I've done nothing with it. I love the street hood energy of that book, because obviously I've read like mafia romances, I've read like serial killer romances, but I haven't read books in the hood, and I just think it's definitely unlocked a new favorite for me, a new subgenre for me, and I just want to like go into that whole category at some point. I hate that I don't own it and I can't find a way to purchase it, so if you guys know a way to get it in the UK, then please let me know, because I want that on my shelf. I need the whole sequel to that on my shelf. Okay, let me tell you, that book was a mess, and in the best way. I in my TBR car and I'm like, girl, I need to buy more books. I need to buy more books. So this thing is stopping me. Yeah, definitely recommend Calpone if you haven't got to it already. New releases you haven't read yet but you want to, there's too many, okay? Firstly, Score by Kennedy Ryan. That book is already out. I can't believe I do not own it in my possessions. I want to read it so bad. Real was phenomenal, and it's following the next 2 characters that we got to know in Real, and I just feel like their energy and their storyline, it sounds like it's going to be so good. I also haven't heard anything negative about that book. We all know Kennedy Ryan packs her books, so it's never just going to be about the romance, and I've been feeling like I've read so many romances lately that they're kind of getting a little bit predictable. I kind of want romance with more story in it. I know Kennedy Ryan is good for that. She is another one of my favorite authors too. Before I Let Go is one of my favorite romance books. You know, Kennedy Ryan never does wrong. I can't wait to get into that. The Misconnection by Tia Williams, I need that book ASAP. After reading 7 Days in June, I think she's gonna be my favorite author, and I'm scared because I don't think her backlog is big enough. It's not okay. I know 4 of her books and that's it, and it's scary, so I don't even know if I should actually read Misconnection this year or just save it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that, but we'll see. Yeah, that is on the list. In fact, let me even have a look at the books I put on here. So I have my list of new anticipated releases. I really want to read You Jump First. It's a YA, but the premise of it sounds really cutesy, and I've been enjoying a couple of my YA books lately. Oh, of course, The Summer Girlfriend by Christina Forrest. I read The Neighbor Favor this year as well. I love her writing. That book, it made me feel so warm inside. I definitely want to read it. Another one I've heard no negatives about. What else is on the list? A Bridge Back to You also sounds really good. A Bridge Back to You follows 2 people. They both end up with the rights to the restaurant where they grew up working in, or one of them is related to the person that passed away, something like that, and they end up reconnecting that way. That premise sounded really good. And then obviously like Big Girl Bliss, The Art of Loving You, but because I haven't read Curvy Girl Summer or Only for the Week, I'm not really too fussed if I don't get to that this year, because I still have the other ones to get to. But those are the ones at the top of my list right now, and I can't wait to eat those all up. Oh honey, I feel like I could do the thriller, and that one sounds so intriguing to me. So, and Yesteryear, oh my god, there's actually a lot. Yesteryear is another one I keep hearing everyone talk about. I just think the story by itself sounds like it's gonna be really interesting, and to hear that character's thoughts and what she takes away from having to go back to that type of lifestyle sounds like a great read. And all of these books, there's too many books. Why are there so many books? There needs to be another way to consume all these books fast. but I don't even want to consume them fast because I really want to take time reading them and enjoying them, but there's just so many, isn't there? Next question is the most anticipated releases for the second half of the year. I think I have 2 books that I'm really anticipating, and the first one is Crash Into You. It's the 3rd book in this series. What's this series called actually? Is this called Lights Out or something? Yeah, Lights Out series. It's the 3rd book in this. I think it's the last book, or is there a 4th one? I can't remember. I ate these 2 books up. When I tell you, these are some of my favorite reads, favorite cozy, cutesy, spicy, sweet, all of them things, all of that. With the F1 backdrop, I love F1, okay? This one was the slowest of slowest burns. When I tell you, I don't think they lipsed. I don't think they did anything until like this much in the book. The whole thing was yearning and glances and looking at each other. I'm gonna reread these just to make sure that I love them as much as I remember loving them. But like, they have such a good place in my heart, and I love the covers. They just bring me so much joy. This one was my favorite. This was a 5-star read for me. His obsession with her and calling her his wife and just being like in awe of the person that she was, and she was just authentically herself, and he was just obsessed with it. And I just felt like that dynamic was so yummy for me. I'm definitely going to reread these at some point, but Crash Into You is the next one. I can't wait to get into that. Then we have the biggest disappointment. I'm going to be so honest with you, I don't think I had any books that were like super disappointing. I feel like I've enjoyed most of my reads. Because let me readjust because I'm getting uncomfortable. I'm gonna go with the lowest rated book this year, and that was Do Not Disturb by Frida McFadden. Honestly, I don't know what it was about this book that I didn't enjoy this time around. I was trying to think about the most highest rated book by me, which was The Housemaid, which I loved. I was trying to compare the both of them. I was trying to think, why was that one more enjoyable than this one? And I can't quite figure out what it was. I do think that I got to the point where I was kind of getting fed up with Frida McFadden books, and this one felt a bit lazy. I felt like if I focused hard enough, I could ruin this whole plot. But then I also feel like I could do that with The Housemaid, because the way The Housemaid wraps up, another one that could easily well be flawed, and I just think maybe I wasn't in the mood for it. So not really the biggest disappointment, but not my favorite. So the biggest surprise, this one was a bit tricky to choose, but I'd definitely say my biggest surprise this year was the Cruel Prince series. This was a series that I almost DNF'd. I think I almost DNF'd it after the prologue because the writing style was just giving me boring. Literally, I stopped here. This is chapter 1. This is chapter 2. I stopped at chapter 1. I just thought I couldn't be bothered to read it. The audiobook became available. I was listening to it, and even while listening to it, I was thinking, I'm going to DNF this. And I don't even know what it was doing that was making it so boring. I was just creating my reading journal, and I needed something to play in the background that I wouldn't mind if I missed certain parts of it. So I left Cruel Prince running. I left this book running, and as it kept running, it got so much better. It started to pick up. The politics started to make sense. I think, you know what it is? At the start of the book, they spent so much time world building, making you understand like the lifestyle that she's going through, because she's a human that got dragged into the Fae world. Kind of needed to understand how she was treated in the Fae world for the story to develop. So they spent a lot of time going through all that stuff and her being bullied a bit, and it got a little bit boring, may I say. And then you got the 2 next books which ate up. So this was my biggest surprise, and I can actually say that I'm happy that I pushed through. All right, favorite new author. Okay, I'm obviously gonna have to go to Tia Williams. Everything I said originally, like, she made me laugh, she made me cry, she made me feel emotions. Like, I felt these characters' connection. But I will be taking my time with her backlog because I don't want to be left in a drought. Okay, I'm not about to clean up everything and then have to wait, and she decides she needs to take 2 years to breathe, and I've got no books to read for 2 years. That sounds horrendous. So I might take my time with her backlog. I'm gonna throw an honorable mention, and that is N.E. Davenport. This read, considering it was her first ever book release, was so solid, and I definitely think people are sleeping on it, and you should definitely pick this up. The premise is very cutthroat, very like action-packed. There's a lot going on in this book. Very entertaining. I like that the main character, is a little bit different to like all the other fantasy characters. Even the romance in this book happened in a different way, which I enjoyed. Like, this is an amazing read, and it should get picked up. I'm reading the next one. It says a new fictional crush. Now, realistically, do I have a fictional crush? A fictional crush? I did it again. A fictional crush. You know what I'm saying, man. A fictional crush this year. I don't think I do, unfortunately. No, even though I found a couple 6-star reads, 6-star, 5-star reads, I haven't found anyone that I would consider to be my like fictional crush this year. I'm still obsessed with Josiah from Before I Let Go. He's still my favorite boyfriend. Sweet Little Hearts. I liked Javier. I'd like Javier, but again, not for me. In fact, when he said mi amor, that when he was speaking in Spanish in that book, it had me going a little bit, not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't have a book boyfriend this year. That's a bit sad, but never mind. The next question, newest favorite character. I should have really thought about this a little bit before I started filming. Ooh. Give me a second. I need to think. Again, I don't think I have a newest favorite character. I really did enjoy Audrey, if that's how you say her name, in 7 Days of June. Audrey is Ava's daughter. I know she has a book as well, so I do actually want to get to her book. I think I gotta wait for that book to decide if she's my favorite character. A book that made me cry. I don't want to pick up the same book again, so I'll pick another one. Fearless. The way this one wrapped up did make my eyes water a little bit. Like, it was quite sad, which I think all of her books are kind of a bit sad. I can tell you for sure, Tia Williams, I'm sorry to keep showing this book, 7 Days in June, did bring tears to my eyes as well. That book had traumatic moments in it. Those are the ones that got a little eye water from me. A book that made me happy, this one's so easy, The Neighbor Favor. When I tell you, this is how your chest feels when you read this book. Warm and cozy and just safe. This book, it just feels so good to read if you haven't read it already. I love their romance and love the silliness of living next door to the guy that you're obsessed with and not knowing that it's him. This was my first 5-star of the year. Obsessed with it. Another one that was on my 26 picks for 2026. I'm telling you that TBR is the best TBR. Follow along, guys, and see how it goes, because I'm still behind the amount that I should have read this point of the year. So we got a lot of reading off that list to get to, so stick around for that one if you want to. The most beautiful book you've read so far or received. I only just realized today, I haven't been gifted any books. I haven't received any books. I'm about to have a conversation with my family members, because do they love me? They haven't purchased me a single book, just calling and checking on me, but not buying me books. I haven't bought any books. Actually, that's a lie. I haven't been buying very much books, because you guys know I'm kind of on like a book buying ban or book buying regulations. I don't know what to call it, basically. So I have to read books off the cart first to be able to buy new books. But I did break that rule in February, and I think I actually have one book that I think is really cute, Kissing Countdown. So I bought this in February. It wasn't even a book that I was trying to get into that much. I thought that's quite cute, and it's got this the sides of the book, and then obviously the sprayed edge is quite cute. I was thinking about it the other day, and is there much black romances that have really cute covers? I was like, I want a special edition of this book. The last question is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? There's too many. Literally every book on my 26 plus picks for 2026, because all of those are looking good, like the majority of the new releases. But let me stop picking multiple books. Let me stick to the rule and pick one book that I really have to read by the end of this year. Damn, this is hard. I picked 36 books for 2026 when I was meant to pick 26. You think I can narrow this down? Okay, actually no, tell me. Wait. I'm gonna go with Mild High. I'm going with Mild High. So many of you guys have messaged me saying that you literally watched the Clear the Cart videos waiting for me to pick this book up. I feel like this is it, and so many people are obsessed with this series, and I just need to see what it is that's happening in here and why people are so obsessed. I'm not gonna lie, the thickness of this book is very intimidating. Like, I'm wondering what crack has been laced in these pages to make everyone so obsessed with it and like literally waiting for me to read this book. So this is so fat, guys. That is such a thick book for a romance. And this is the one that everyone says isn't even that good. But I don't believe that it's not good. I think this is the only one that follows a mixed race couple. I'm also gonna throw in, this list is about to get long. Restore Me is another one. Look at this book. I just feel like this is gonna be another one that's gonna be so incredibly good. I just can't wait. Okay, so we got these two, and I'm gonna throw in one more, and that's Blood Over Brighthaven. I just took that off my cart. That's another one I just feel like I have to get into. I've heard so much good things about that read, and I can't wait to get into it. So those are the books that I really want to get to for the year. I'm looking at the floor to make sure I didn't miss anything. All the questions done. If you guys want me to do another Q&A, but maybe a bit more personal and like get to know me, let me know, because I was supposed to do it when we hit 1K. Then I just kept thinking, who's gonna really want to watch that, man? Like, do something that's gonna be very like entertaining for other people to watch. Like, who wants to hear you yap for that long about yourself? Like, I don't know. But yeah, if you guys want that, let me know. I actually can't believe it even surpassed 1K. And now we're creeping to 3K. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's so crazy. I love all of you guys. I'm so happy you guys are here. You guys have been sending so many sweet messages, and they're making my chest like glow. And I'm like, I'm scared at the same time, because I'm like, scared because I'm like, this is like a lot of lovely comments from a lot of lovely people, and I'm just like, I'm gonna do something that's gonna fuck up the whole thing, because that's what we do as humans. But obviously, I hope that I don't do anything stupid. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. Also, guys, I have been wanting to be a bit more active on other social medias. Like, I can't decide whether I should prioritize Instagram or TikTok. So let me know which one of those you guys are more active on, or which one of those you want to see me on more. So yeah, guys, comment down below your favorite read of this year so far, so we all can see what you're reading. If you want, share a little bit about it, like what you liked about it and stuff, and put us on some new books. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.